I'm Atra Al-Nashar in Washington. In its new global outlook, the International Monetary Fund says tariffs will hinder economic growth here in the U.S. and around the world. The IMF is also dimming its outlook for when Americans can expect a lower inflation rate. Perhaps the biggest warning yet about the economic fallout that could come from President Trump's tariffs.
For the United States, we are projecting a significant slowdown.
In its new World Economic Outlook, the International Monetary Fund revising down its forecast for economic growth in the U.S. and the rest of the world as President Trump's tariffs and the countermeasures they've triggered bring effective tariff rates to levels not seen in a century.
The tariffs are likely to increase price pressures. We're projecting inflation to remain at 3% in the U.S. this year. Same level as last year.
Despite predictions like this coming from just about every economist outside the White House, President Trump is publicly pressuring Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell to cut interest rates, something a central bank typically does when inflation goes down. The president calling Powell Mr. Too Late, a major loser, in this social media post, adding to concerns the president may undermine the Federal Reserve's ability to carry out its dual mandate of price stability and maximum employment independent of politics. That anxiety is believed to have fueled Monday's steep declines on Wall Street that put the Dow Jones Industrial Average on track for its worst April since the Great Depression.
The president has the right to express his displeasure with the Fed, and he has the right to say he believes interest rates should be lower.
The IMF argues public trust in the Fed's integrity can do as much for economic stability as their actual monetary policy.
Central banks need to remain credible, and part of that credibility is built upon their central bank independence.
President Trump did originally appoint Powell to be chair of the Fed in his first term, and it's highly unlikely he can legally fire or demote Powell. Now, his term is up in May of 2026, and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says they'll start interviewing candidates for his replacement in the fall. In Washington, I'm Atra Al-Nashar.